Hey friends, Iron Banner is here this week. Today's video focus is on the Hero's Burden submachine gun. It's an adaptive frame, which recently was buffed to have a better aim down sights damage fall-off scaler, from 1.4 to 1.5, that is noticeable in-game. To start off, instead of talking about the submachine gun first, I want to talk about how to best spin your engrams at Saladin. I've done loot videos in more detail in the past, so check those out, but I'm going to give you a very quick summary. Also, if you haven't, consider the Hawk Moon at Zur, which is this roll that you see on screen right here. It is fantastic. So going over to Saladin's inventory, you can see on the right, Legacy gear, these cost 3 engrams and 25,000 glimmer. That's where you'll find Hero's Burden. If you're in dire need of glimmer, make sure you put on a glimmer booster ghost. Maybe obtain the glimmer tonic. Maybe consider the Tome of Want with extra glimmer, and then do an activity like the failsafe activities or the Sundered Doctrine final boss Karev, and you can get like 100,000 glimmer per completion. It's really, really solid, especially if you have too many engrams and not enough glimmer. I highly advise first going through all these focus decoding weapons. Keep in mind that these can drop at the end of an Iron Banner match, so it might be better to save up a stockpile of engrams since you might accidentally get the Kramil's dagger you want while playing. Kramil's dagger is what I recommend first and foremost because I think it is the most meta weapon. As for the roll you want Slideways, Adagio, with a mix of range, stability, and handling between the barrel, master magazine, etc. Slideways, Adagio, Slideways, precision instrument. Don't overcomplicate it. I do use the strategist perk on my hunter, but that's a very specific build. There's a lot of really good rolls on Kramil's dagger too, so don't be afraid to keep like an entire row in your vault just of Kramil's daggers. It is that meta of a weapon. I hope I am not understating this. I really do think it's one of the most potent weapons in the sandbox right now. Prioritize that. Okay, but today's video is about the Hero's Burden, right? So let's talk about close quarter options. The multi-mock is fantastic. I recommend moving target or rangefinder with either kinetic tremors or target lock, and if you play a lot of sixes, kill clip goes crazy too. P-spawn. It's really hard to get a bad roll on this. Almost every single roll is good. Notice that it is a stasis sidearm though, so if you're trying to use the mods on your armor to have like, I don't know, kinetic targeting or kinetic unflinching or something like that, you can't go in your inventory and swap weapons really quick unless you have two completely different loadouts. But P-spawn is potentially a best in slot for close quarters. If you get the slightest damage booster, it goes to a clean 2 burst, saving the 3rd burst. So, it's fantastic. If I did have to recommend a roll though, controller player, rangefinder, desperate measures, that way you can have multiple ways to work towards that 2 burst. Then after that, get your PvE Tanasha's Mastery with Chill Clip. This scout rifle is new. It's called Nature Reclaim. Maybe I do a video on that tomorrow. Skip a minute ahead if you don't want to hear me talk about it, because I'm about to spoil this weapon for you as I usually do. I'll wait 5 seconds. Okay, the box scope on this weapon moves around while you move around. So it's kind of jarring to look at, but it does shoot straight. So it has that going for it. It has box breathing, and I believe it gets thwarted by 8 resilience or something like that, where you can't 3-tap Titans. So that's worth considering, but a lot of players play Hunter now, so this might actually be the move. And then we also need to see how this handles in a checkmate environment, so it might be worth keeping one of these with, I don't know, heal clip, kill clip, and then maybe box breathing and any perk that improves its consistency. Okay, we still got engrams to spend. You can move on to legacy gear. Then out of this, I might prioritize Allied Demand over Hero's Burden first if you're a controller player, because when I play competitively, I usually switch from Kramil's Dagger straight to Allied Demand or Multi-Mock. And Allied Demand can get Rangefinder and Eye of the Storm, which is a really good roll. But then if you want to do the energy weapon combos, which is what this video is about, Hero's Burden is the only close quarters weapon from the Iron Banner that features the Skulking Wolf origin trait to go off radar. Maybe you want to pair this with the new Land Beyond exotic sniper rifle or something like that. Then that's when you spin your engrams on Hero's Burden. This is the roll that I have. I usually switch to steady rounds because it's kind of hard to control on controller for me. I'm not built like Nom to do full bore maximum range or whatever, but if you look at the damage fall off, it gets 25 meters aim down sights, which is pretty good. But my roll specifically, you're going to see 23.1, which is still fantastic for a submachine gun. You could even go for iron grip instead of a kill perk, and then change steady rounds to accurized rounds, and have just an overall really consistent submachine gun. However, I like kill clip for multi-kill chaining. Time to kill drops from 0.73 to 0.6. And if I could craft this, I would probably take Zen Moment over Fragile Focus, because Zen Moment has 100% uptime, and I genuinely like the perk better. However, any of these perks will do. They have some soft synergy, and you don't have to feel completely tied to kill clip because Iron Grip is also still good. I think Dynamic Sway is a bit bait of a perk, but if you get it, I mean, try it out, and if you like it, keep it. If you don't, delete it. Now, for the other engrams to spend after you get a hero's burden, high impact autos recently got buffed, and this one can roll slice and target lock at the same time, or slice and onslaught. So maybe consider trying that out, or try out a high impact auto that you have in your vault, and if you like the high impact auto, consider trying this one with like a 6 coyote slice build. It's really strong. Then we still have some more engrams. What do you go for? Ganora's recently got power crept by the Inquisitor. Inquisitor has a better jump shot roll, but if you're really married to the Skulking Wolf perk, then this is a consideration. Controller players, Occluded Finality is a telescope, so consider that. Then I would say spend your remaining engrams on both of the fusion rifles, since fusion rifles are really potent in PvP. Past that, I think you can pretty much skip out on most of these weapons, and if you want extra rep, maybe consider putting an Iron Banner power weapon. That way it counts as Iron Banner gear, which means you're getting the most reputation per match. Make sure you have the emblem on too. I'm sure it tells you that. Yeah, it tells you that. Complete the challenges, wear the gear, wear the emblem. You can also pull old Iron Banner weapons from collection, like for example the precision grenade launcher called the Day's Fury, which is very strong in PvP. That being said, I mostly see truth these days, so that's fun. I love when they grab 12 rockets off the wall, because my teammates refuse to acknowledge the location of power ammo. Yeah, let's just stand on the zone. That's a much better idea than dying to 12 rockets and then giving up the zones anyway. But y'all know how it is in solo queue. Almost forgot to mention the build. I will rapid fire this. These are the mods. Then, Aspect Fragments, Void Soul, Devour, Radar, Pick Up Orb equals Devour or Void Breach. Create a Void Breach for a volatile target. Make opponents volatile when blinking near them. Overshield for winning my duel if my opponent dares to shoot back at me. Healing Rift. Cataclysm because it's the same as Prism. Wither Horde because I create an anti-special Sea Bear circle on the floor. Jade Rabbit if it's a big map. I think that really covers everything I wanted to talk about. Enjoy these clips. I was struggling to hit a gameplay because this is a talentless sandbox right now. Can't show an ounce of talent without getting fusion rifle or slug shotgun, and then have your team get ran over because of lobby balancing. See y'all in the next one. Take care. Look at my Devourer. There we go back in. Save my other Devourer. Did I get Devourer for that? Hell yeah. That's a pretty good run. Without a DI. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty sick. Oh, I needed that breach so bad. Oh, wow. That is so lucky, this chain of events. I can blink through that. I can blink through that. That's a kill. Oh no. Like, at me. And now I have Skulking Wolf. Yes, there's a Witherhoard there, but I have Skulking Wolf. They genuinely don't know for sure. And I got Skulking Wolf again. I'm just gonna walk at him. I remember when Lightfall dropped and I was so excited about the Puka Pond, because I was like, oh my gosh, we're getting a Chow Garden. Nice, my teammates beat the special weapon user. He's gonna heal clip, so I gotta be ready. Is that a sidearm explosive? Oh man, I hit a bad backwards blink. Whew. I was so ready to break an ankle there. I broke my own. Alright, well, I guess that's gonna be just one portion of the gameplay. The gamers left, man. Couldn't do the special weapon jousting, couldn't they?